think. Where are you? Gotta find my way through the crowd. Wait, I'm coming. I am coming. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, hello everyone. We are live, so I'm just going to sit here and chat for a bit while I kind of think about... Actually, no, I'm going to just sort this little thing out in the background. Bear with me. It's here. Gonna try not to delete too many here. Also, going to set the world to paused first. Oh my god, this is like Night on Bald Mountain. Does anyone remember Night on Bald Mountain? The Disney thing in Fantasia. That was a riot. I love it. Hang on, it's going. It's like, it's the big mountain with like the demon-y guy with the wings. You know, another one. So first we just have to stop the simulation. Then we restart it. Boop, come on, back to your former selves. And then we just start the deletion. Let's get sand, okay. So our mission this thing is oh, that's funny. Okay, our mission this morning, it's really funny how heavy those things are. There's a lot of right, capacity being used, but I'm currently into 4 players and that's as many as I can have going. But I do have plans for these. I really do. I mean, we shall see how it goes, because it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. If anyone's actually out there, by the way, say hello. Don't be shy. I'm going to be streaming to Twitch and YouTube this morning. So be careful, I don't delete too much a sec. So we should just be down to one dancing guy now. I'm just going to bring you back to here, so that's cool. Let's just relay him out a little bit. Actually, no, what it is, I'm going to remove the animations. So if I say record, stop, and I wonder now if I do the same with this. Record and stop. I think that clears the animation, but I'm not sure I'm going to do the same with this. So record and stop. Great, okay. So I'm just going to hit play on the world now and see if the action of doing that actually cleared the animation. It did, that's wonderful. So that world is now playing and you can see that he is not actually moving. So he's forgotten his animation track, which is great, that's what we wanted. So what I now want to do is I want to animate the hands. like that. So I'm just going to quickly check the audio levels actually on Twitch, because I've made this mistake before. I've left the stream running and the music's been incredibly loud. So let me just check this. So with this. Oh, and go back. Go here, go to live, and we just check. Oh, that's lush. Look at that. Oh, blimey. If anyone's out there below watching, please feel free to follow me. So follow accounts aren't going up much, which is... They are on YouTube, but just not on Twitch. That's wonderful, guys. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna just that's playing at comfortable levels. So, grand. Let's have a little look at this, guys. Again, I don't really want to show you how I'm scripting this at this time. I promise you I will show you so many other scripts, but this is one that I'm... Yes, there's a couple of reasons. One, I'm only partially sure of what I'm doing. I don't want to show you bad techniques and anti-patterns. That would be... that would be not useful. But it's... What I want you to get more so out of this sort of experience is the process, the mindset, the thinking. Anyone can just give you the answers, right? But if you get given the answers, that doesn't really open the doors of creativity. I know that frustrates a lot of people, and I'm so sorry if that's the case. That I'm sure other people would happily just give you the answers mindlessly. But I am not like that. I want to see this ecosystem get rich with ideas, not repetitive mess. Which is entirely what it could turn out to be. If everyone just uses the same things over and over again. But if you get your heads in the right mindset, and you start creating your own unique effects, now this place gets very interesting, because some of the things that really blow me away at the moment is some of the work that people do, and they come up with their own homegrown stuff. As I sort of ran, it got to a point early last year when I was still relatively new at building, still in my first sort of 6 months, I guess. But I used to get invite after invite. Hey, come and look at my bar. And I don't want to seem unfriendly, but when I'm getting invites to go and see another bar, like the 5th bar of the day, people don't really want me to see the bar. They want me to stand around in it. And they're always the same box bar with the same beer pong table and the same basketball hoop. And it's boring. It's really boring. I don't like that. That's why I have such a thing about not putting sort of games in my own bars. And the whole problem with bars is that I don't really go to see the builds anymore. I go to see the people, you know? And if I want to play games, I'll go to a game world, you know, save your capacity. Saving capacity. You're running a supposedly high performance world that loads quickly for people to come together and chat, not for people to go and play basketball by themselves in the corner. You can go to a world and do that. It's that the richness of the metaverse, let people travel around, let them go wherever they want. So Y needs to be upwards. Check what he did there. Okay, so that does bend. So that's funny. Okay, so okay. Yeah, ultimately when you have bars that are packed with games, you end up having to glitch them, unfortunately, and that's when things get a little bit... I'd rather that capacity be put to good use. Oh yeah, me too. See, it's never a challenge with these things. How can you fill up your capacity? How can you build against four players? Up to the absolute maximum that you can squish in there, and then just glitch the level up to 32 players to bypass the capacity regulators. That's not a good principle. That's never a good principle, you know. Yeah. So it goes on. I know it. And heck, I even do it myself on occasion. I really do. But just not everywhere. Okay. But I think I built for a year without glitching once. I never glitched for a year. It's only recently that I think I've got 2 glitch places right now. And one of them was just as a test. Just to see if I could, given the new capacity constraints. I think I just whipped it up to 32 players, but it was on 24 likes. It wasn't a massive jump. That's the thing, is there is a vast difference between building consciously and then whipping that user count up a little bit and building against 4 players and then whipping it all the way up to 32. That's nuts. But it's been going on since day dot, but it's funny until you get about sort of 20-25 players in your world, and then the frame rate starts to go down. And it does make people feel nauseous. Not everyone, but you know. Hey BG, how you doing, UK? I'm just doing some I've got another 20 minutes. I'm going to try doing something. And this is my crowd simulator. So you can see I've got my low capacity crowd participant, or entity as we shall call them. And you can see that I've got sort of very basic hand tracking, enough to sort of carry off you know? And the idea is that you can duplicate this quite a lot of times. Come up with some interesting patterns. So I'm going to just go into edit the script. I'm not going to show you guys this script again. Like I said at the start of the video, it's this is one that I kind of want to keep to myself. I would say I don't mind showing people pretty much anything, but I'll have a few proprietaries. And I think it's important for any scripter to do that, because people are all very quick to sort of... You could spend hours really doing a lot of trial and error to get this. That's your own personal time, right? You're not being paid for that, you know? And then if people rock up and expect you just to sort of hand over the answers sometimes, it's like, you know, I'm helpful. I'll help people out, of course. I'll show people that. So I'll do scripting tutorials. But when it comes to the really advanced stuff, no, keep some stuff to yourself. It's what makes you unique. Otherwise, you back to that tirade I just had about, you know, you create a really neat bar game and then start giving it out to people. Suddenly every bar's got it. It's not special anymore. So what's going to drive people to your world? Well, ultimately, the answer to that is people. People drive people to worlds. The only way the Horizon World menu is kind of useful at the moment is to join your friends. Every other experience is just the official experiences and the high volume experiences that don't tend to equate to a good time for the more intermediates who use the platform or the advanced ones. They tend to appeal to newbies who like to sort of go out and find drama, and they probably won't stick on the platform for more than a few months if they hang around those places. And I mean that. I've seen lots of people come and go, and it's usually because they've gone into certain places looking for excitement and it's ended up burning them out, and that's not cool. Yeah, good morning, BG. Anyway, how are you, buddy? You okay? So I'm going to stop going all these little socio-political tirades. It's not really what I want to cover on these channels. I can't stop myself sometimes. So I think Horizons could be doing a lot more to push traffic, certainly adult traffic into adult worlds. I think it keeps on shoving the big sort of children's experience down people's throats. With that main menu, there's no separation. I know... Again, there's a bit of a double-edged sword of that, because a lot of kids seem to be running around with profiles that say they're 18 plus when they're not, and you know it, but they do it so they can go anywhere. Or they're using their parents' accounts. But you're doing study. Oh, how is the study going? What are you learning? Put in some animation for the hands next. Oh, this is help if I press the right button. Down. L round. Outer. Alpha. Oops. Alpha hand L. Economy survey. That's just pretty advanced. Cool. Are you studying economics or business or something? That's pretty exciting. Alpha hand L. And that should be a number. And gotta try and work out a sec. The alpha. I'll try and visualize if I'm storing an alpha. Oh, hey, Witch, how you doing? I'm just working out now if I'm storing an alpha for the hand. Do I do it as a 3-parter? Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna store it as a vector, which is going to unfortunately triple the amount of bloody work I'm going to do, but it also increases the freedom of movement. What does it? Hang on. I got to think this through. I hate when I'm not thinking clearly. And of course, we've got the added pressure. I've got 15 minutes until I'm going to have to shut the stream. So alpha hand, I'm going to store it as a vector. Why not? Let's do this. There's a lazy part of me that just wants to do it as a number, a single number, a single scalar, decimal. But there's another part of me that's like, actually no. No, do you know what? I'm going to do it as a number. I'm going to do it as a number. Rome, guys, Rome was not built in a day. Words of pun. Oh, hang on a sec. Gonna just, I haven't got my chat box. It's got stretched out, so unfortunately when people type things, it cuts off the end sometimes. Word pun time. Oh, I shall pine. Oh, pine, fine. Yes, the India government released the economy survey, so I was reading it. Okay, fair. And how is the economy in India? Is it on the increase? Is it getting better in certain sectors, or is it, are you guys as screwed as the rest of the world? Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I should avoid socio-political commentary. I'm no good at it. So I'm gonna do this thing as a number, okay? And we'll come back and make this is Crowd Simulation V1, okay? I've already got sort of parts 2 and 3 planned out in my head. But I just little fine details like this. The V1 is how far should I take it? Because get this, we want to do legs at some point as well. But this model will not be for legs, because if we add legs in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 extra visible objects plus potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anchors. That's going to up the object count and a little bit of geometric as well, and definitely dynamics on the object, which means when I come to copy and paste it a billion bloody times, which is where this is going, obviously if I've got legs in there, I've just doubled the complexity of the model, which means I can only use half of them. So it's important to keep your mind on... Yeah, my brain just died. After that was right. So it's important to keep your mind on the final sort of goal. What is your goal? It's to create a low complexity thing that you can duplicate a lot of times, and you've still got space for actually having a world around it. And I'll probably spawn these in, to be honest, rather than actually build them into the definition of a world. Imagine how funny that would be, and that's kind of where this is leading, that perhaps you could have a world, and this is no spoilers for version 2 of the Lotus, okay? This was actually going to go into a separate world, and it might be used in other contexts as well, because it's going to be quite versatile, algorithmically. Imagine you press the button, you could just spawn an entire dancing crowd in. I don't know if that instance just came through then, but yeah, that'd be phenomenal. Okay, so sorry. So alpha hand, and I think that's called L, and it's a number at the moment. So we're gonna worry about the X. We'll do a slightly different algorithm for the So I'm saying this now, and I'm just I'm kind of wanting to vector it. No, I'll keep it simple. Alpha's 0 to 1 values, decimal. So alpha. Sometimes you got to fight that innate need inside yourself to gold plate everything and overcomplicate everything, because I have this tendency when I'm writing any kind of software to just put in a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need, and they call that gold plating, and it's an anti-pattern. Inflation is rising, the government is working or down. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we had a problem with inflation. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. I live kind of like a monk, except for the VR stuff. I live very, very simply. I don't spend to excess. I don't. Well, actually, I used to live like a monk. Now I've sort of eaten a lot of junk food. Monks don't so much eat junk food. Well, I'm working my way off that. It's easy to fall into the trappings of modern civilization, you know, where you try and live healthy, you try and live simple, and the next thing you know, you just chocolate binging. It's just mental. Why do we do this to ourselves? I heard it somewhere anecdotally that not chocolate, sugar is the most addictive drug on the planet. I never really thought about it like that. If sugar is classified as a drug under some authority, then that could technically be true. Yeah, just bloody sugar at everything. I mean, know what they're doing. So that's a number, alpha hand R. So what I now need to do is I need to come up with some more. Oh, this is going to be painful when I have to rewrite this, but I'll say alpha hand. No, it's not an alpha anymore, it's going to be hand speed. I wish there was a better way of organizing variables, like if you just drag and drop them and put them in little classes, as it were, or objects. That having a flat list of variables is such a bloody throwback. But there you go, it is what it is. I think as creators on Horizons that we are all of us, like you guys as well, I think we're all pushing this. Oh, hello, Sergeant Tinman, you're right. This is why I live out in the sticks, to get away from the nonsense. Yeah, I get that. Well, I'm sure living out in the sticks comes with its own problems sometimes, but hey. So hand speed. I'm going to do this super simply. Like I said, it's the overcomplication of these things can come in later, but for now I want simple because I haven't got much time. I've got another 10 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, so hand speed. So hand speed to some default value of 1. Okay, and then the alpha hand L and R can stay as 0 because an alpha value works its way from 0 to 1, and then loops around. So I'm going to next put in some... Actually, do you know what? I'll show you a little bit of the script. Come on, otherwise it's going to be very boring. You just listen to me talk. And what we kind of would like to do is just show you what. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. I don't want to give you answers away. I don't want to give you all this work away. But, oh, we're getting there. Just had a reminder pop up. Turn off notifications from snipping tool. So, over here... that's a bit too close, isn't it? Let's just pop that there. Let's make use of that full screen. So, the way we deal with alphas, guys, I always do it in an update loop. Why? Because the update loop gives me the hallowed delta time. Why do we love delta time so much? Because delta time, as I've sort of mentioned on other videos, yeah, it should be good. I mean, the problem is this, along with a whole lot of other proprietary effects that I'm putting together recently, they are going into the White Lotus rebuild, providing I can sort of put them all in there. I had a disastrous attempt at integrating a new lighting system, which looks amazing. It sort of draws... I don't want to give it away. I'm just going to say it draws parabolas. If you know what that means, great. I'm not going to explain any further. But, yeah, moving parabolas. Oh, it's sexy as well. It's really good. But I tried putting that into the Lotus, that straight away blew the capacity just over. So I was like, damn it, that's... I need to simplify it down a little bit, some less moving parts. So I'm going to be a little bit stunted by what the engine allows me to do. I think part of the problem with Horizons, I've said it a million times, you can't unsync objects. So every object you have where animation applies has to run and be tracked over the network. So like the lasers will always be at the same position on everyone's headset, which if you look at particle factories, they don't behave like that. They draw their own sets of particles and they are not tracked over the network. Only the generator itself and its position, its angle, and what its parameters are. But the actual individual particles are not synced between headsets. And that's one of the biggest problems with Horizons at the moment, which you look at other platforms like VR Chat or Banter, they don't have that issue. You can set objects to not synchronizable, and then off they go. And there is an option in scripting where you can set things to local, but that tends to be local for the owner of the object only, and of course you can't have multiple owners in an object, which is silly. But again, I don't think it even saves capacity because it still syncs. It just means the updates draw quicker for the person who's marked as the owner. Anyway, so I'm going to bring in here a very simple sort of alpha incrementer, which this is a good pattern to learn if you guys have never seen this before. Okay, so we're going to bring in first of all a set. Okay, oops, and the set expects a variable, which is great. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, alpha hand left we'll start with. Oh no, we seem to have been ordering that differently in here. Okay, alpha hand right is equal to, now the pattern is we bring in a plus, we bring in a times. Alright, now what are we going to put in here? Let me just move that camera a sec so I get the slowness of this. Move myself as well. Oh crap, we'll get there. Okay, Great. So what we do is we have to say set alpha hand R, which is an integer, starts at 0. Okay. We set alpha hand R to alpha hand R plus, and then we take the speed element, which is hand speed, we called it, which is currently 1 behind the scenes, but we can adjust that. Do I know the developer of Horizon? That's an interesting question. So the developer of Horizon is currently Meta, or Reality Labs within Meta, I believe. I believe Horizon was an acquired product. I think they bought it and then continued developing it. I think that's right, but they're doing a good job. Don't get me wrong, that there's some missteps. Sorry. So the last part of this pattern is, let me just move the camera back a bit. So I'm doing really bad at this. So what we say is we take the delta time and we put this in here. This is a game fundamental. Any of you guys who have ever done sort of Unity or worked in a lot of different sort of technologies where you have an update loop against a class, you'll always take the speed and times it by the delta time. Now, my audio just turned itself off. It's crazy. I hate that, this headset. I hate it so much. I don't have any other headset that turns itself off like that randomly. It's random. Sometimes it'll be after 20 minutes, sometimes after 3 hours. I don't understand it. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, sorry, as I was before I was rudely interrupted, the alpha, you've got to set that to the current version of alpha plus the speed times the delta time. But there's one more trick to this, okay, guys? One more trick. I'm going to duplicate the line because I need to do something that would destroy all that hard work that I just put into that line. And I might do a little good morning video, actually, at the end of this. I've already got like a few minutes, which is back. So we use a command called modulus, right, which is in the operator section. It looks like a little sort of percentage symbol. So I'm just going to drag this into here and you'll see that line will be destroyed. Okay, and now what I have to do is put in my, whatever the hell you call it, modulus. It's the value which we modulus against, which is 1. It means if we go over 1, we basically take it back down to 0 and add on the remainder. So if we get an operation such as we got a value of 0.8 and we add 3 to it, if we modulus 8 point sign, if we have a value of 1.8 and we add 3 to it, so 0.3, then we end it with 2.1, okay? So putting that against the modulus of 1 will take us back to 0.1 because it carries the 0.1 over, which is very good for creating sort of loops and not losing that sort of remainder. So then all we do simply is we pick this up from the above line, we drag it into there, and then we trash the above line. So that gives us, if I just move this over here, you can now see that actually coming in there. And that's a good trick to know, okay? That is a trick that you'll repeat over and over when you're dealing with alphas. And why alphas? Alphas are very, very good for lerping. And we'll get on to lerping another time. But to be honest, this is going to be the end of the video. This wasn't meant to be a serious thing. I was just sort of working away a bit and just having you guys watch while I was doing this. It's just nice to sort of produce a little bit of content. So, oh, let's have a big logo in the sky, eh? Let's do it. Ready? Let's make it look a little bit ominous. Gizmos, no assets, and what we'll do is we'll bring you down now. Boop. Yeah. Cool. And I'm really running out of time, so I'm in the last minute here, and then I really have to go. Okay, so we got a massive logo. No, I saved this so big, you know. Just sky logo, I guess. So I just need to go in here and I don't know why I never removed. I got a little label inside here that I never actually put in my logos every time. Okay, here we go. It's just perfect. It's pretty close there. Lovely. Should we give him a different colour? Do a different color. Let's color him a red. That'll get people talking. Or is he? No one really cares. Okay. Oh. That's a bit sexy. Okay. So I just had to clear the floor just so I could paint that well. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, so let's just run over here. Hi! I missed you. Yes, the three-eyed logo. Not to be confused with the White Lotus logo, which is actually, I'll pull it out briefly. I shouldn't because I really am limited of time, but the White Lotus logo is very, very similar on purpose. And I've never told anyone what this means. And those of you who are good at figuring shit out will see it straight away. Those of you that don't, unfortunately, I'm not going to explain it to you. But do you think about everything you know? You will figure it out, so. Fucking. It's almost like Autobots and and Decepticons. So, there you go. I'm big on iconography, I'm big on symbology, but I never explain it. So never ask me. But there's a meaning behind everything. Everything has irony, intention. Okay, right, I'm just gonna bear with me a sec. Do something in the background, and then we'll do a good morning message and get the show on the road. And then I'll be signing out. So, let's have a look at the other chat. Hey, okay, cool. Waiting for a code a sec. Oh. Okay. Running quick video. Logo is like Illuminati. It's the first time I've it's not the first time I've heard that, to be honest. I like the mystery of symbols. Symbols evoke a lot of intrigue, and I've seen old marketing campaigns back in the 90s where adverts will literally just show some really mysterious crap, and then there'll always be some meaning behind it, don't get me wrong, but they'll just show a logo on screen and really get people sort of thinking, and then the advert will stop, and it's like kind of almost a mystery. It gets people like, what the hell does that mean? But yeah, no, at least there's nothing sinister behind it. There's no cult. There's no nothing. It's just more of a maker logo. But there's this, as people always say about tattoos, and I don't have any tattoos, by the way. But as people always say about tattoos, there's meaning behind it. Okay, here we go. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're not in Horizon Central this morning. We are. I don't know where we are. We're just in the middle of nowhere, but hey, why not? So I'm just sort of ending the YouTube and the Twitch stream for this morning. Little build mess about. I wouldn't call it a tutorial. I'm figuring it out myself. That's the whole point of tutorials, I guess. You sort of you know what you're doing, and then you show other people how to do it. But at the moment, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to do it anyway. But I hope you guys are all well. I hope you have a good Wednesday. And yeah, hey, we'll have a great time later. See you. Bye bye. Cool. Right, that's me signing out. See you guys later.